Okay, that should do it. That's all right. That's what I'm talking about. Very nice. Let me check this over here, make sure this is going on the way it's supposed to be going on. We are 3 minutes. 3 minutes to the yearly, the quarterly, and the monthly closes. Very good stuff. Obviously, it's been a rough year. The 2018 cryptocurrency market has taken a bit of a dive. On the current yearly candle to date, 2 minute, 2 second, we're down 73.42%. Okay, so that is that's a lot. It's a lot, but it's not unbearable. The full high, and this is on Bitstamp, starting January 1st was $17,234.99, where the lowest of lows was $3,122.28. So now we're 2 minutes away here. So what we have on this screen, you'll see the yearly. This is going back to 2012, I do believe. So you'll have the full 2011. I'm sorry. So you have the full moves, right, year to year, January to December 31st. On the second screen, we're looking at a quarterly chart. This is every 3 months. We are also closing the quarterly tonight. And you'll see on the third screen, you're looking at the monthly, because of course we are closing the monthly as well. Now we did just close the weekly yesterday, so unfortunately that's a little less exciting to see because, well, we've already closed it, but we can certainly throw that up so that everybody has a better idea on what they're looking at. So as far as weekly is concerned here, let's get a better view of this guy. Pull that up. That's just what we were looking at earlier, and that goes back to that dip right here. This is what a lot of the old school people are looking at as far as what's a possibility after this candle closes in the year ahead in crypto, what some people are looking at. Let's see if we can't pull this down to something a little bit more manageable here. All right, we are, yes, that is it. We are 6 o'clock. Let's pull up the other chart. Let's see what we have here. This is Happy New Year, everybody. So what we have on the 15-minute chart, it looks like we're starting out bullish. First candle's up. We got the 3-minute chart over here and the 1-minute chart right here. So we're just pushing these two out. We had several minutes of bullish activity going back. Let's say the last 7 candles. They've all been on the bullish side. Looks like trying to push up, at least on the temporary local levels. You're looking to at least clear this zone here. This would be your first level of resistance, 36.95. This is the 5-minute chart here. Let's see what we got. All right, so first 5 minutes in, 1 minute down so far. We just closed. Now we're dumping pretty heavy, given everything we just gave back. Let's see. I want to get this 5 up a little bit better, just so we got a little closer view on what's going on over here. Yeah, that's nice. Okay, pop this guy. Come on now. Just doesn't want to do anything. There we go. A little bit better. A little bit better. And let's focus in on this 15 real quick. So 15, you can see that we've taken a couple nosedives lately. This green line here, sort of acting like an MA, is starting to show support. At least it has for the last 2 or 3 hours. Volume, nothing to write home about. I think we're all pretty much used to that. Looks like we had support at the 5. I would imagine it's trying to bring itself back to the 382. You got some levels up top over here in the 38s. We're going to have to settle out with. Going to have to make sure that get up over those if you're looking to remain bullish, or you're going to have to get stopped out somewhere in the 37.48 zone if you're looking to get bearish. We'll see. Right now we're sort of in no man's land. We got some 618 levels, 5 levels, 382s from earlier moves, smaller impulses up and down, so we'll have to see if any of those are going to be a factor any longer. As far as 15 is concerned, we have turned bearish on the 15. We are certainly painted a bearish on the second minute. Third minute is looking to go bullish again. Let's pull up another chart over here. So again, this is the yearly chart, and what a lot of people are noticing is the similarities between our last 2 years and then 13 and 14. So that being said, you had a nice large candle here. You were up 5,400%, and then you dumped about 56%, and then you went sideways for a year. This candle here, this next long candle, this was 2 years ago now, so this was 2017. This was up 1336%, and then what we just closed was 2018, and we're down 73%. So some people are looking at the similarities here between these two, and they're trying to say, well, it's certainly possible that we're going to have a very boring year, and we could paint ourselves, you know, basically a doge year, very little trading before we move up, you know, over the next few years. So when you only have history going back, what do we got, 3, 6, 8? When you only have history for 8 markers, it's sort of hard to give any validity to that. But it's an argument that we could certainly listen to, and you know, we could put our charts on and see what happens. Let's hit that 4 hours so we got a better idea on what was the preceding trading prior to the yearly close. And I like to just throw a 4 on because the 4 paints a pretty good picture on what's been happening. And this is where you'll see all the BARTs and all the M's and all the chops, all the U's, you know. So you'll see, just going back, yeah, let's take it back a month or so. Let's see, that's the middle of December. So yeah, let's take it back to December 1st. We were on a clear downtrend, swinging in, making lower highs. Lower high, lower high, lower high, lower low, lower lower, lower lower, lower low. We ended up bottoming out just in this zone temporarily, and what a lot of people thought, hey, maybe this, you know, maybe this is it, maybe this is the bottom. The low was 32.10, but we did come right back up. We were able to get that all the way back up to the 3400s, in which case we shot back up again. And next thing you know, we're back at trading at 3,600. 36 dropped down, which then indicated to us, well, we now have a low, and it's a higher low. So 3 higher lows in a row, and people were starting to think, was, all right, this little move right here is actually okay, just a full retracement back, and we'll just continue to do that all the way back up. Well, that's not what happened. You failed to make this high right here. Right, you ended up getting topped out more or less at your little wick points, and you dropped lower and lower and lower. At this point, you broke that low, and then you broke the next low, and then you broke the next low. So from here, you made your new lowest low, and that was the lowest low. That was the all-time low of the year. We can safely say that now that we have closed out 2018 and have moved on to 2019. So the 2018 yearly low, we can safely say on the Bitstamp chart, was 31.2228. All right, so you can put that on, you can throw that on record. Now we come into that low, made ourselves a new higher high and a higher low. We shot straight up. This was a huge 2-candle move here, coming from 32.36, trading all the way up to 35.86, 35.85 in that ballpark. It was over the course of 8 hours. Went sideways, shot straight up again. Another 2-candle move, pretty powerful. Wicked out up top, down for a little bit, but only just to have this massive single 4-hour candle pumping up 7.5%, $283 just in one candle, smashing out at a high of 41.18. Now this is what set up what is now the lower high, but at this point was the high that failed to break these highs over here in earlier December. But that's all right. We did come down. We smashed down a little bit, smashed right back up, kind of like a reverse BART action over here. Swung this over, and then right here is when we shot up and we made a new local high. And this was a big deal because just like this was a big deal down here, we had our all-time low, and then we had a higher low, and then we had another higher low. Well, at this point we had a higher high, a higher high, a higher high, and a higher high, all on this local trend. But look left, we did not clear this zone over here. So this is actually what you needed to break first, and although you got very close, you did not touch it. When that happened, we dumped down. We dropped lower than this this previous high that we made. We ended up trading that zone for quite some time. We dumped again, at which point we sort of maxed out right at that next higher high. Right, so that markdown right here, which also falls in pretty good line right here. We ended up pumping up a little bit. We got ourselves back to this zone, and now we have since pushed ourselves down and down and down, and now we're back around to that same level that we were looking at earlier. This zone of interest, I guess you could call it. So this little area right here. So because of that, that is what closed out our year, finishing up our year at, let's see what we could call that. That's actually still the 4, that's still the 4, 31.18. So I think you're looking at a low of 36.83, I think is the drop off. So that just shows this clear level here. What we want to see coming up is, if you're bullish, you want to see it surpass these earlier highs from December. You want to get past this zone over here. So one thing at a time. First thing you got to do is get up over this level in the 42.63 area. Then you need to get up over close and take over the levels of 44.13, 44.12. Once you have that wrapped up, you could come back down for a first test if you need. The next significant levels that anybody's concerned about is going to be 46.34 and then somewhere in the ballpark of 48.26. After that, you're looking at a very long, hard road to get back into the 5500s. 5500s would then set you up for another long, hard road to get you back into the 63s. So a lot of work to go yet on the bullish side. Now on the bearish side, you've already crushed down through this last high. You have another area of support at these highs over here. That is what you're working down right now. So you're currently at support in this zone over here around the 35.52 zone. If you are able to break down lower than that, your next areas of support are going to be somewhere in the 32.62 zone. That's going to be this area right here, also lining up with these wicks down here. So that'll show that there's a lot of buying interest off of these wicks, and then there was some accumulation in this area right here. So there was a lot of buying over there as well. So if I was a betting man, I would do something like this, and I would mark out this zone as a clear zone of interest, right? So all the way down to the low, 31.22, 31.21, depending on what exchange you're on. This would be the area of interest I would be looking for first. If we were to break that, I'd be looking down to this area down here, and from there you have to swing over to, say, a weekly chart, and you got to start mapping out what's lower into the 2900s, down to the 2400s, down to 1900, all the way down to 850, so on and so forth. All right, so that about wraps it up. That's kind of like a short outlook on what we're looking for as far as yearly, monthly, quarterly. We have started to draw our new yearly candle. Obviously, you can already see that on the weekly. The weekly's already drawn. So you got monthly, quarterly, and yearly are all mapped out right here. And we're looking for, well, we're looking for a lot of things, but I think on the bullish side, obviously the goal is over 6. Short-term goal, that's that'll at least get rid of the current dump that we've had, sort of turn things around on that side. Still not reversal from the 20K dump, but it would certainly be an indication that you're headed in the right direction. On the bearish side, you need to get lower than 31.21 in order to establish, well, what will be a new yearly low, but will also be a new low for this particular crash, for the 2018-2019 Bitcoin cryptocurrency crash. So you'd probably settle somewhere around 2,900, in which case you got to start mapping out some weekly, daily levels going down to 2017, which will give you an indication of where support and resistance may lie, coming into those zones from 31 down to, you know, well, down to wherever you want, basically, at that point. All right, so that wraps it up. I hope that helps somebody out, and we'll be back next time with another crypto update. Yeah, happy trading. Happy New Year. That's right. Happy New Year.